In the shadow of the valley, where the wild cotton blows, stood an old wooden house by the creek overgrown. A porch wrapped in ivy, oak whispers at dawn. That's where I loved her, now that old house is gone. Old house washed away by the rivers of time, left me with memories and her sweet summer smile. Now I roam through the silence under big starry skies, holding on to a ghost of her whispers inside. The bench where we sat, now swallowed by the rain. Old trails that we walked, just gravel and pain. Saddlebags filled with dreams, now dust in the wind. She's a song in the storm, I can't sing again. Old house washed away by the rivers of time, left me with memories and her sweet summer smile. Now I roam through the silence under big starry skies, holding on to a ghost of her whispers and sighs. By the oaken gate I pause and I stare, scarf in my hand, feeling her hair. Echoes of laughter drift from the past, love's fleeting shadow wasn't meant to last. Old house washed away, driftwood on the shore. Her love's just a whisper, can't hear anymore. I'm a shadow at sunset, alone and astray, holding on to a dawn that has faded away. Oh, holding on to a dawn that has faded away. In the gloom of the ashen dawn, by the oak tree's mournful shade, where we carved our names, a world so wide beneath the everglade. Your scarf still dances on the porch, a ghost in the prairie's embrace. Each thread a tale, each hue a sigh, lost in the wind's cold trace. Oh, that goodbye letter called my name in ink that wept my fate to claim, on a dusty trail where our dreams did roam. Now I ride these shadows all alone. The cabin stands a silent shell on the edge of the faded trail. Its door swings soft to yesterday when our love was not so frail. The saddle worn, the gravel path, whispers of your tender grace. Every hoofbeat in the rain echoes a void I cannot replace. Oh, that goodbye letter called my name in ink that wept my fate to claim, on a dusty trail where our dreams did roam. Now I ride these shadows all alone. Under the vast and starlit sky, I confess to the restless plains. Every sunset spills your memory in the hue of blood-red stains. And though I wander far and wide, your shadow by my side remains. A specter of what once was true, shackled in love's unseen chains. Yes, that goodbye letter called my name. A sorrow song, a lonesome flame. As stars above the night reclaim in my heart your whisper just the same. Goodbye, my love, this cowboy soul forever. Your sweet claim. As the last note lingers in the wind, the scene fades out like smoke, leaving nothing but the echo of a heart that once spoke. Out where the oak tree shadows lay along across the lane, I recall a cabin weathered by the wind and rain. Her laughter lived like wildfire, wild and uncontained. And in that flickering sunlight, her smile called my name. Like a whisper through the chaparral, her voice would softly claim each corner of my restless heart, a love I can't reclaim. Now the prairie winds are colder and the silence speaks her name. Since her smile called my name, nothing's been the same. Underneath the porch light where we used to sit and dream, an empty rocking chair now sways a ghostly quiet scene. That dusty road we walked along, now just a fading trail. Her scarf still hangs upon the hook, frayed and pale. Like a whisper through the chaparral, her voice would softly claim each corner of my restless heart, a love I can't reclaim. Now the prairie winds are colder and the twilight feels so tame. Since her smile called my name, everything has changed. In the silence neath the stars, I feel her touch in the midnight rain. Each drop of memory falling softly mingled joy and pain. An old guitar plays slowly a melody of days when she was mine, echoing through the canyon like a lost forgotten time. Like a whisper through the chaparral, her voice forever claims a part of my wandering soul on these endless open plains. Now every sunset's bittersweet, painted with her flame. Since her smile called my name, I've never been the same. Every trail I ride, every quiet night, her smile calls my name. In the shadow of oak trees, where our initials carved deep, stands an old wooden cabin where my memories see. The porch creaks under footsteps that echo a tune, days when the sunset met the dust of the moon. Silence haunts the valleys where we used to roam. In the whispers of the wind, where I call you home. Each star up in that vast sky holds a tale left untold, and the night air carries secrets of your love grown cold. We rode past the rivers, trails lined with gold, your scarf in the breeze, bold and uncontrolled. But seasons turned sharply, as did your resolve. Now gravel roads stretch where our dreams used to revolve. Silence haunts the valleys where we used to roam. In the whispers of the wind, where I call you home. Each star up in that vast sky holds a tale left untold, and the night air carries secrets of your love grown cold. By the old weeping willow I let my heart speak. The saddle's worn leather, now frail and weak. Rain washes your essence from the earth it drains. Only the scent of pine lingers where my heart remains. Silence haunts the valleys where we used to roam. In the whispers of the wind, where I call you home. Each star up in that vast sky holds a tale left untold, and the night air carries secrets of your love grown cold. So I wander these hills under skies vast and blue, with a heart heavy with echoes and memories of you. The silence will haunt me as I lay down to rest in the wild lands you love, with you still in my chest.
The fire's low, the coffee's cold. My boots sit still, my hands feel old. This porch has held me through the years, through desert dust and midnight tears. The hills out west still call my name, though I can't ride them quite the same. I've carved my soul in red clay ground, where ghosts of brothers still hang round. Before I ride one last time, let me breathe this prairie rhyme. Let me see the light through these. Let me feel her touch in autumn breeze. I won't cry when shadows fall. I've lived it full, I've seen it all. Just lay my hat near that old pine before I ride one last time. I kissed a girl in Abilene. She wore spring in 17. We danced in barns, we burned the dark, and life took her on a different arc. I've broken bones and I broke bread with men who now ride stars instead. But every trail, each scar and flame made me more man than I could name. Before I ride one last time, let me hear a lonesome chime of
church bells out in county wide, where I once prayed and once lied. Let me see that boy I was, running wild, loving just because. Then close my eyes, give me the sign to ride beyond this final line. If you find my boots left by the fence, don't cry for me, don't build suspense. I've gone to where the wild runs free, where horses fly and hearts don't bleed. Before I ride one last time, I leave this land, this heart, this mind, to every soul who called me kin, to every love I let slip in. When that sunrise paints the sky, don't mourn, don't ask me why. Just raise a glass and let me shine, 'cause I was a cowboy till the end of time. Out where the oak trees shadow gravel roads, I found her wild heart in a cabin all alone. Autumn leaves danced as we whispered under porches of stone, singing to the tune of a love deeply sown. Long ride whispers on the tail of a western wind carry the echoes of kisses, soft like the rain's hymn. Each sunset bleeds like the love that I couldn't win. Her memory rides beside me, skin to skin. Years fell like the dust through the hands of a desperate man. The trails turned empty where once we ran. Her scarf still lies on the saddle, faded by the sun's cruel tan, a token of dreams undone by time's ceaseless span. Long ride whispers on the tail of a western wind carry the echoes of kisses, soft like the rain's hymn. Each sunset bleeds like the love that I couldn't win. Her memory rides beside me, skin to skin. Under the watchful eyes of the endless starry skies, I reckon hearts like ours were born to fly. But love's a lonesome road where the silent river bides, and all I've left are tears that I deny. Long ride whispers where old shadows refuse to thin, speak her name like a sacred forlorn sin. Though I roam forever through valleys grim, her ghost in the twilight forever dim.
a cabin lie silent where we used to lay. A scarf you left hanging on the porch rail thin, rust red like the sunset flutters in the wind. Oh, how that scarf haunts like a ghost in the breeze, twisting through the oak leaves, whispering remember me. Each thread a memory, woven tight with loss, left here in the shadows of dust and tumbleweeds crossed. Seasons turn sharply like the bend in the creek, the path by the cabin now overgrown and weak. Your laughter's a memory, faded and worn, like the leather on the saddle from the storms it's born. Oh, how that scarf haunts like a ghost in the breeze, twisting through the oak leaves, whispering remember me. Each thread a memory, woven tight with loss, left here in the shadows of dust and tumbleweeds crossed. Underneath the starlit cloak by the fire's dying light, I reckon every flicker was a moment in your sight. Riding through these haunted plains where your echo softly calls, bound to chase your shadow in the twilight till I fall. Yes, that scarf still haunts on the old porch swinging free, a relic of the love lost twixt the prairie and me. In the chill of the night air, it dances alone, a partner now missing in the dance of the unknown. Oh, how I bear the weight of what was and will never be, with each sunset that bleeds over mountains silently. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild rivers flow, I found a rusty locket gleaming faintly in the glow. Promises like whispered winds through the chaparral so dry, where echoes of our laughter paint the canyons and the sky. Oh, that rusty locket washed away in the rain, like the dreams we built on gravel roads now lost to the plains. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red neath the sorrow's heavy sway. She's a memory riding distant trails forever washed away. Years swept like the river past the porch where we once sat, now just creaking timbers and a faded welcome mat, where scarf danced with the autumn, a ballet of flame and rust. Only dust remains where once was trust, now swallowed in the gust. Oh, that rusty locket washed away in the rain, like the love we carved deep in the woods, now part of the terrain. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red neath the sorrow's heavy sway. She's a memory riding distant trails forever washed away. That's lined in stone, past saddles worn and weather
swallowed by the stream, a token of the tenderness that lives now in my dreams. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red across the endless freight. She's a silhouette against dying light, forever washed away. She's a silhouette against dying light, forever washed away.
You stepped off the train with dirt on your shoes. Sunlight kissed your hair like a sacred truth. The fields turned green just watching you smile. Even time slowed down for a while. You sang to the sheep, you danced in the rye, hung sheets in the wind like flags in the sky. The old oak bloomed, the bluebirds came. This wild land never felt the same. You were the spring of this land, my dear, turning silence into songs I could hear. Your laughter lit the river's bend. Your touch could teach the frost to end. You made the weeds sway just to see you pass. Put life in stone, turn mud to glass. This heart, this home, this rugged sand, all bloom, 'cause you were the spring of this land. You painted the porch with sunflower hue, said a little color always pulls us through. You read by a lantern, sang in the rain, said pain was part of nature's game. But come one dusk, your eyes turned far. You whispered, I need to chase a star. I begged the sky to hold you tight, but spring don't stay past April's light. You were the spring of this land, my love, a prayer sent down from skies above. The cattle stood still when you passed by, even coyotes washed with softer eyes. Now every bloom feels out of place, like they've all lost your warm embrace. The wind still tries to understand why it weeps where once blew the spring of this land. Soil remembers where you knelt. The barn still holds the warmth you felt. And though the seasons come and go, the heart knows what the land won't show. You were the spring of this land, it's true, and nothing's bloomed the same since you. I water flowers, they don't respond. I sing alone by the lily pond. The bees still buzz, the clouds still roam, but this ain't love, just overgrown. You left your name in dirt and sand. Forever the spring of this land.
Underneath those aging oaks, where the wild horses drank, lies the shadow of a cabin the abandoned ranch sank. Once a haven thick with laughter, wrapped in morning's gold embrace, now just whispers on the gravel, memories time can't erase. The horse scarf still sways on the porch like a signal in the breeze. Each knot we tied in silence, now just secrets that I keep. As the sunset paints the prairie, it's her eyes that light the skies. But beneath the stars I'm wandering, alone with my goodbyes. The old saddle's cracked and weathered, just like the lines upon my face. Years have rolled like thunder, something lost that I can't replace. The town's a quiet whisper, trails fade where we once roamed. In a land of endless roaming, no trail leads me home. Or a scarf still sways on the porch like a ghost I can't release. Each knot a story buried in the silence of the peace. Dust lifts where we once danced, now it settles on my skin. Her absence cuts through canyons where my heart once wandered in. By the oak tree I remember promises like falling rain. Words we left unspoken, now just echoes of the pain. And in the quiet of the evening, when the wind calls out her name, I see it's not the land that's empty, but my heart that bears the stain. Her scarf still sways on the porch, a relic of the breeze, a tapestry of moments lost in time's unyielding seas. As the sunset fades to darkness and the stars refuse to glow, the ranch lies there abandoned, but it's me who can't let go. Where the wild horses still remember and the oak trees gently sway, in the heart of every cowboy some loves never fade away. Past the hollow, by the weeping oak shade, there's a cabin of memories where our laughter still played. A scarf you left hanging sways gentle in breeze as the sunset paints shadows and my heart whispers please. Oh, the ghost bleeds in silence under skies vast and gray. Every whisper of wind seems to know what to say. This old heart rides the trails of what used to be. Lost love, a lone cowboy in dreams not set free. Gravel roads knew us, now they're dust laden and worn, like the saddle unused since the day you were gone. Rain taps on the old porch like the soft steps you made, while I'm here in the quiet where our past loves displayed. Yes, the ghost bleeds in silence under skies vast and gray. Every whisper of wind holds a word you might say. This old heart rides the trails of what used to be. Lost love, a lone cowboy in dreams not set free. By the creek where we met, the water's still clear, but it flows like my tears knowing you're not near. In the echo of hooves, in the rustle of leaves, I find solace knowing part of you never leaves. For the ghost bleeds in silence, and I ask every star, will this ache ever ease where your memories are? This old heart trails, oh, eternally. Lost love alone, cowboy, where you're part of me. In the whispers of night, on the breeze you still ride. Ghost bleeds, lone cowboy with love undenied. Out where the oak tree shadows fall along, by the cracked old porch where you sang that song. Memories whisper through the grass so high, tale of a love neath the boundless sky. Your scarf still dances on the line, haunted by the winds of old lang syne. Love hides in every sunset's glow, in the dusty trails where the lost ones go. It lingers where the quiet rivers wend. In my heart your echo I find, though these boots may roam through lonesome miles. Love hides in the whisper of your smile. We carved our names on the old town gate, promises made but sealed too late. The cabin empty, the fire cold, in the shadows our story told, where laughter filled the evening air, now just echoes of a ghostly pair. Love hides in every sunset's glow, in the dusty trails where the lost ones go. It lingers where the quiet rivers wend. In my heart your echo I find, though these boots may roam through lonesome miles. Love hides in the whisper of your smile. So I ride this path beneath the moon's pale light, searching in the stars for what was once so bright. The saddle's worn, the reins are slack, carrying dreams I can't bring back. Yes, love hides where the cold winds blow, on gravel roads where wildflowers grow. It's buried deep where we once lay. In the dusk of dreams that fade away, my heart keeps riding, but now I know love hides where I can never go. In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved deep, the creek sings low beneath the old stone bridge. Her laughter echoes through the hollow, whispering secrets we'd keep on that rugged porch under twilight's ridge. Her goodbye walked away like the sun dips out of day, leaving shadows where once there was light. With every dust-stirred step, further she swayed, till her silhouette blended into the night. shadow sits old on the cabin wall, scars hung without care. Past we roam now overgrown, no trace left to find. Rain taps soft on the window, like the touch of her hair. In this empty room where the past unwinds, her goodbye walked away like the sun dips out of day, leaving shadows where once there was light. With every dust-stirred step, further she swayed, till her silhouette blended into the night. So here I stand, a solitary man, where the gravel road bends, fading trails like old tales slip from my grasp. The wind's whisper of what was and how it had to end. In the quiet heart of the night, I unclasp. Her goodbye walked away, and I'm left here to say, echoes and shadows are all that remain. As the stars peer down on my long cowboy way, her memory's the last dance in the dust and the rain.
In the shadow of the oak, where the creek used to sing, I found your scar, the color of the spring. Beneath the wide blue, where our dreams used to lay, your barefoot steps in the dust now fading away. Where we carved our names on that old porch wood, left them to the mercy of time and all it withstood. Those barefoot steps fade, but the heart remembers every shade. Echoes of your laughter in the winds, now bittersweet serenades. With every sunset that bleeds through the lonely pines, I find your shadow beside me in the whispers of the old times. The town got quieter as the years pulled you away. Gravel roads lead to memories where I no longer stray. The cabin stands empty where once love filled each room. Now just echoes of what was, and the silence feels like gloom. Your picture on the mantle, with edges worn and frayed, speaks of a time my heart knew well before it all decayed. Those barefoot steps fade, but the heart remembers every shade. Echoes of your laughter in the winds, now bittersweet serenades. With every sunset that bleeds through the lonely pines, I find your shadow beside me in the whispers of the old times. Under the vast skies where the wild horses roam, I wander with this lonesome heart, forever my home. In the rustle of the leaves, in the moan of the track, I've learned love is a journey and there's no turning back. Those barefoot steps fade more with each passing day.
yet your essence lingers like the rain on parched clay. And as I face another dawn through the tears and the pain, I cherish your memory like the desert treasures the rain. As the chords soften like the light in the west, your bare footsteps fade, but in my heart they forever rest. In the shadow of the oak, where we carved our names, the wildlands whisper beneath the gray sky's claims. Your scarf still dances on the porch as rusty nails. With each gust my weathered heart wails. Oh, the rain stays just like the echo of your voice in the empty cabins, in the creeks it makes its choice. On gravel roads where our dreams used to lay, now just dusty trails and the rain stays. The saddle's worn where you once sat by me. Through open fields, how free we used to be. But time rode on like a thief at dusk's embrace, left me with shadows in this quiet, lonesome place. Oh, the rain stays just like the echo of your laugh in the corners of the town where our paths split in half. On the bench beside the general store I wait for your smile, your hand, but alas, I'm just too late. By the creek I turned my collar to the wind. The setting sun, like our love, too quickly dim. I've learned love is but a whisper in the storm, fleeting yet the memories forever warm. Yes, the rain stays, washing away the sins of yore, but can't cleanse the longing from my core. In every sunset, in each drop that heaven sends, I find your face, your eyes where the horizon ends. And the rain stays, oh the rain, it always stays, in the echoes of what was through my wandering days, in the silent agony of the dusty blue. The rain and I, we stay forever missing you. Underneath that ancient oak, where whispers cling to shadows, there's a house with peeling paint and a porch that's seen the gallows. She'd sway in that old hammock, scarf catching the breeze. Every sunset painted her smile, now it's just me and these memories. Porch closed her eyes, the world grew old and gray. Her laughter's just an echo in the winds that drift away. Where Once we carved our names in wood, now only time resides. On that porch where dreams like rivers flowed tonight, it closed its eyes. Those gravel roads we wandered, now overgrown and less traveled. Our cabin's heart is silent, the door unhinged and unraveled. The saddle rests untouched by dawn, the stirrups lay in rust. Since the day the whispers in the oak said, "Leave you must," porch closed her eyes, the world grew old and gray. Her laughter's just an echo in the winds that drift away. Where once we carved our names in wood, now only time resides. On that porch where dreams like rivers flow tonight, it closed its eyes. Oh, the dust ain't just on the road, it settled in my soul. Every storm that tried to cleanse me just left a deeper hole. But those storms, they bring the rain, and the rain will end the drought. Maybe water will erase the marks of all we wrote about. Porch closed her eyes, now I roam through endless skies. Her ghost a fleeting shadow beneath the moon's watchful eyes. Where once our love was bold and free, now the night just softly sighs. On that porch where we dared to dream forever, closed her eyes. With each note strummed and each word sung, the lonesome breeze carries away a piece of the past, mixing the dust and memories into the sunset, leaving the heart yearning for a time when the porch was still alive, with a sound of laughter and love. Out where the oak tree marks our story start, under the shade where you first stole my heart, the whispering leaves, a choir of our past, still sing your name as shadows they cast. There by the creek where the wild horses roam, that old wooden porch we once called it home. Memory lingers like dust on the trail, the sun sets but some tales never pale. Your scarf in the wind, a dance lost in time, every sunset burns your absence a crime. These gravel roads, they know my weary stride, haunted by the love I can't set aside. Now the cabin stands hollow and worn, windows like eyes shattered and torn. The laughter that filled up the dusky eve's air fades into silence, there's nobody there. The rain taps the roof in a slow rhythmic cry, as I wonder about the how, the when, and the why. Memory lingers like dust on the trail, sun sets but some tales never pale. Your scarf in the wind, a dance lost in time, every sunset burns your absence a crime. These gravel roads, they know my weary stride, haunted by the love I can't set aside. Could these rolling hills whisper your name? Would the river's course ever be the same? With each lone star that lights the night So memory lingers like the scent of the rain on the saddle, the leather where once was your reign. A cowboy alone by fate's harsh decree. Under vast starlit skies, you're still with me. Yes, memory lingers, and I reckon it will, till the trails end and the heart lies still. In the shadow of the oaks, where the wild rivers bend, I found your scarf, a memory in the wind. It danced like smoke from the cabin's old stone flue, where you laughed under stars, the night's embrace so true. Thorns held tight in the palm of my hand, bleeding echoes of you in this forsaken land. Each sunset bleeding into a lonesome blue. I roam with the ghosts of a love I once knew. Trace gravel roads where the dust whispers past. Old porches creaked with tales meant to last. But time swept you away like leaves in a storm, leaving just echoes in the boots I've worn. Thorns held tight, bleeding echoes of you in this wild, wide land. Sunset still bleeding to my lonesome blue. I roam with the ghosts of a love so true. Now I sit by the river, watching waters rush by, my reflection alone neath the vast prairie sky. Thoughts swirl like the leaves caught in an endless flight, grasping at the warmth of a lost golden light. The same. Every sunset's a reminder of what used to be. On these empty trails of memory, you still walk with me. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where the wild roses used to grow, I found your scarf, a faded red, left behind like the love we know. That dusty path by Johnson's farm still haunts my boots. I roam alone, each step a memory, hard and warm, a ghost of laughter, your soft tone. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. The porch still creaks just like it did when we'd sit watching rain sweep in. But now the woods is empty as the heartbeat's missing from within. These gravel roads, they know my stride. They've watched the years peel from my soul. Once walked with joy, now each a ride towards tomorrow's ceaseless toll. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. Oh, how the wildlands bleed and blend with every tear that the sky sent. In every gust your scent returns, as fleeting as the fire that burns. I whisper names into the breeze, praying they'll carry back to thee. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset paints the end of dreams and dust, both swept away. These lonely trails, these fading scars guide me to where I'll always part. Underneath these morning stars, with your memory forever my heart. In the quiet of night the wind sings low, and I reckon it's time to let you go. Under the morning sky, my boots stir the dust of old, where the oak tree shadows fell long and secrets softly told. I once carved hearts on that bark where the wild rivers bend, her laughter tangled in the breeze, a melody without end. Oh, the morning sky called my name, and whispers of the past, wrapped in sorrow's frame. Every sunset bleeds like the scarf she'd wear, gone like smoke in the wild open air. The cabin's empty, swallowed by the creeping vines of time. Gravel roads lead to nowhere, to the echoes of the chime. That old porch still groans under the weight of ghostly feet, dancing shadows, faded trails where our hearts would meet. Oh, the morning sky called my name, and whispers of the past, wrapped in sorrow's frame. Every sunset bleeds like the scarf she'd wear, gone like smoke in the wild open air. By the riverside, the stones hold the warmth, the sun's gone by. I touch the earth, feel her pulse beneath the expansive sky. A part of me lies buried in lands where we once roamed, forever wandering the plains I called home. Oh, the morning sky calls again as I tread this lonesome game, each step away from yesteryears where she called my name. In the quiet of the night, under stars cold and bare, her memory rides beside me, a silent prayer.